Hello, welcome to Souls Intersect. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs, and it is for the month of June 2017. Happy birthday to you, Geminis. I'll take you through the cards first. So from the top left, we have the Six of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles, then the Hanged Man, the Two of Cups, and the Moon. It's a beautiful moon card. And then on the bottom left, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so some positive cards with really good energy, especially the water energy. So I feel like this is going to be a very emotionally fulfilling month. Or at the very least, a month where some emotional, what might have felt like some turmoil is going to dissipate and balance out and ease up. I see you as this Knight of Swords. I want to talk about this bottom row first. I see that there is a holdup on something, and the weight has been weighing on you because you just want action. You want to move like that air, as quick as thoughts. You want things to happen as soon as you think of them. But there's something going on the other end of that with this Pentacles energy, especially this Four of Pentacles energy. That's almost the opposite. It's that Earth energy. And it's going to take a while. It's the opposite. It's like, if you think of how quick a thought is, that's the air energy. But if you think about how long it can take for a seed to blossom into something, that's the earth energy. And you don't like it, but whatever this is that you're waiting for has to grow in that way to be what it needs to be. And it's just the nature of whatever that is that you're waiting for, and it will ultimately benefit you. I'm trying to pick up on what this might be for some of you. I feel like for some of you it might be a home. I'm getting something very literal with this Four of Pentacles, like building a foundation. You might even be building your own home, waiting for something to do with something on the home front. If it's not literally a home that you're building or moving into or buying, it could be something related to home, a change, and something that, again, you want to take place quickly, and it's not, unfortunately. But again, it's in your best interest ultimately. I also feel like the waiting is benefiting you. I think that's some of what has been causing a little bit of emotional turmoil. But it's good for you because it's helping you become more conditioned to it. And I think that what that looks like to me is that this time, the waiting, so if you feel like you're not generally very good at waiting, this time is a time you can learn from and learn how to be more patient when it comes to waiting, because with this particular thing, it feels like it's worth enough to you that you'll be able to tap into some patience that you haven't previously. And that's a good point to learn from. So that new patience that you're going to be tuning into is something that you should try to meditate on and try to grasp it when you feel it. And it does have to do with how special whatever this is to you. And that's why this lesson is so valuable. You'll see that you'll be able to learn something new because of how important something is to you, the importance that it carries in your life. I feel that there is definitely potential for romance to blossom, to build, to be renewed, or for new romance. And it feels very sensual with the moon card right next to it. There's also a lot of water in this Six of Cups card. And there's a couple things there. Some of that is that peaceful, nostalgic, bright, childlike energy that feels like you would share with this person you're going to have a connection with or already have a connection with. So some of it is that fun-loving, innocent, bright, happy energy, that familiarity also. I also feel, though, with the moon and these two pages coming in, that there's also a significant learning experience in this connection, bringing you back, probably both of you, bringing you back to something from adolescence or childhood and healing around that. It could be that you've known each other previously and you're healing a break from that period of time. It doesn't feel, though, like a renewing of something that has just happened in the past couple of years. If it is coming back together with someone, it feels like this happened in your adolescence or even earlier. But if it's not healing, if you didn't spend any of that time together, it feels like it could be healing both of your childhoods separately, but because you're coming together. I feel that there are two challenges that either or both of you have faced in the past, and I feel they're represented by these pages. I also think these could be children for some of you, but I'm going to talk about the aspects first. I see that, I feel with the Page of Wands, one of you was overburdened with responsibility at a very young age. And with the Page of Pentacles, I'm picking up on neglect. So this could be the same childhood. It could be that that not only were you neglected or your partner, but with that came maybe other things were neglected in your home as well, so you had to take responsibility. That would be if it's the same childhood, but it could be referring to two different ones, so you and your partner's childhood. That's what I'm getting intuitively with those pages. So one more having to do with the burden of too much responsibility at a young age, and one having more to do with neglect and just feeling like not being valued and nurtured enough. These both feel like points where, again, either or both of you are lacking on the emotional level, and that's what a lot of this healing is bringing to the partnership. Now, if these are children, it's going to be significant children in your life, either your children or children very close to you. It could be children in your charge or nieces and nephews. It could also be one child with a couple of things going on, but it does still feel like a challenge to me. But it doesn't feel as severe in this case. If it's children in your current life and not referring to your past, it doesn't feel like as severe of neglect or responsibility. Instead, what I'm getting for current children is that there's a sense of, one of them feels to me like they have a talent that feels a little bit like too much of a responsibility, but it's okay, I think, to be nurturing this talent because it's really it's their strength, and it is going to be something they carry with them throughout their life, and it's going to be a very important part of their life. But I think there may be some balancing that needs to be done in terms of how burdened they feel by it, because they could get burnt out easily with whatever this talent is. And then the other child, or another aspect of the same child, feels more like other parts of their life need to be nurtured as well. So it's not just so much maybe balancing, or it's not just so much lessening maybe how much time they're spending on this talent, but also spending time more on some other areas of their life, but not just spending time, really nurturing them. And like, this child needs to understand that other things are as important, whether it be school or even just fun, or Yeah, fun, play, being in the outdoors. Like the talent they have might require them to be inside. And I feel like this Page of Pentacles is calling them to spend more outside time, for example, especially with the summer coming in this part of the world. So it definitely feels like it's mostly centered around their skills and talents, though, if this is about a child. I also feel, though, that the partnership you're in that feels like it's going to be nurtured, or an upcoming partnership or someone that you're meeting, is going to bring some insight towards that as well. And if it is about your childhood, it's going to be that healing element that I talked about before. But if it is about a child in your life, I feel like they could offer something to do with that as well. It might be this person's area even of expertise. They might have insight for that reason, or they just might have that healing energy. So if you, for example, if you have a child or children in your life, and this person comes into your life, I feel that they could bring healing to you and to the children as well, and at the very least offer some insight into it. And some of the healing, especially if this is a romantic partnership, feels like it will be through sexuality, because this moon is really emanating that sense. It feels very sensual, especially right next to the Two of Cups like this. I feel like there's something else about this Knight of Swords. That it could be representing someone else as well. So this could be the person coming in. I was called back to it just to point that out, because it might signify the partner that this is referring to, or the person that might be coming into your life. They could be an air sign. They could be younger. Most importantly, they're very action-oriented and very smart and good with words. I don't think there will be a problem understanding where they're coming from, what they want, etc. So that would be a way to recognize this person if they're not in your life yet. If it's someone in your life, if you already are in a partnership, this person could be the part that the reason that things could be reignited is because of something verbal, or something to do with honesty and truth. That's something that could be bringing in a healing element towards a current partnership that will revive it, because it does feel like a renewal, whether it's new or current. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up here. Happy birthday to you again. If you're interested in a reading with me, feel free to email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or you can book directly through my site, and the address is below. Check out the information on my past life readings. They've gotten really popular. People really benefit from them. There's information on my site, and the price has been permanently lowered to $35 if you're interested. Thank you, and take care.